Mm-hmm. Yep. It's about that time. Time once again for a fabulous TNL. And I do mean fabulous. Now, we're taking a look at the Pandora 11, which we did in our review. But now we're taking a live look at it. A little bit of a different format this time. We're gonna get everybody in here and we're gonna start making some requests. I know what I like to see on this thing. I don't know what you want to see on this thing. So shoot me some requests and we're going to play some stuff. And until I have a request, I'm just going to play some stuff because, again, I know what I want to see. And I'm hard-pressed to find anything that's not on here, okay? Now, we looked and NBA Jam was not. It's on the other Pandora we looked at, the one that has more 3D stuff on it. But as far as just straight-up arcade stuff, yeah, there's just nothing on here I'm not finding. It's absolutely kicking butt, and I love it, so... Let's see what we got here. We're going to go to the search. I don't know why there's a number 1 there, because I didn't do that. No, it's a little touchy. Ah. Izzy's... Stop right now. Izzy's quest... No, we're not playing it either. Izzy's quest for the Olympic rings. Illegal game. Don't get caught playing it. Crime Fighters by Konami. You may not be familiar. I mean, we looked at it in the review. This is... Man, this was it. I mean, my local arcade had this game. I fell in love with it, being a big Double Dragon head. It's a little bit of a jacked up Double Dragon. It does its own thing in a few places. It's really animated. It has some really chunk sound as far as, you know, how bad people are getting hurt and the way it... Oh, yeah, I'm talking about tearing some people up. Kicking them while they're down. Killing them. It's brutal. But it is a quarter muncher, and you get in here, and it gets bad. And I understood why I never got too far on this in the arcade, because you get to a point where it's like, man, I can either spend all my money on this. See, they even had nut kicks. It's like I can spend all my money on this, or I can move on and play something else. Because it would take your quarters, and you'd want to spend a lot of money on it, but... God, you look up and you got to go to the change machine again, and it's all this one game's fault. It's like, dad darn, boy. There's other stuff we got to look at. Look at this guy trying to get a knife on me. No, I'm not coming to you. Y'all come in here and get some. Come get some. Oh, I'm getting sliced to ribbons over here. Alright, he's out. Didn't get the blade. Try to put this guy on the mat. They don't let you work them long before they come up to help their buddies. Oh, I'm getting carved up again. The weapons almost get you killed more than anything. We're not going down on the sign there. Come get it. See? I mean, if you got more than one, you're getting clobbered. Look at him getting in behind me. He ain't playing. Dude throws you up against the sign. Ashcan has joined us. Welcome, Ash. This is Konami's Crime Fighters. And at the first SFGE I attended a few years back, there was a Crime Fighters machine there. And it was only $400. I didn't have $400, and I will, yeah, that's going to bother me until my dying day. Where is that machine today? I don't know, but I didn't get it, and I would so buy this machine for that. The old about to die message. Oh, Clobber Town. Your kicks almost don't do much in this. And you can go ahead and just put in another quarter and get 100 health back. Rather than lives, your credits are actually measured by your health. Can't go in front of that sign or it falls on you. I mean, this is level 1 and I'm getting worked. Yeah, if that sign looks familiar to you, then you played this back in the day, because that image as a kid, that stuck with me. Seeing a pair on a video game like that in the arcade, I mean, you just didn't see that. A little racy for the time. Not that she's showing you much, but still, just the whole premise of it. Just not something you would see. Welcome, Leroy, to our stream. Welcome to a fabulous edition of Tuesday Night Live Streams. Again, we're taking requests tonight. I'm not going to sit here and spend the whole hour on one game. We're here to tour this machine and see what all it has on it. And the way we're going to do that is you guys, the viewers, are going to tell me what you want to see. We'll check and find it. Then we'll pull it up and play it for, 10-15 minute window or so and just kind of demo it. Oh, he got up before I could finish him off. And I'm not trying to endorse these things or sell them or anything. I'm just, again, I'm here to review things and talk about our options as gamers. And this is one, man. This is, we buy all these little mini systems for $60, $70, $100 sometimes. And then something like this for $80. Come on, man. Everything. Oh, you're out, buddy. You're out and you're hating it. I love the combos. He just really works his enemies. It just looks good. Yeah, we'll take a scroll through the games. We can totally do that. We will go to the menu right now. We got us a little blue Rocket Pop G Fuel here for extra energy so we can game like the cool kids. It's actually not bad. It tastes pretty good. So yeah, man, scrolling through these games here, you'll be here all day. I mean, we literally have 3,000 games on this thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. Stuff I've heard of, stuff I haven't heard of. God, mercs. How great was mercs in the arcade? There was a mercs at the last expo too, but it needed repair, and I don't need any more project pieces. But had it not, I mean, I still would have got the Double Dragon machine because I had to have it, but it would have been tough. Bad Cops. I mean, these were games. A lot of these had probably their own dedicated cabinets, and you didn't see them all. Arcades only had so much real estate, so. Wonder Kid is actually Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy Deluxe. Don't know what's deluxe about it. Simpsons Bowling. It's not bowling. The names they put on these things in some cases are absolutely ridiculous. Mercs is a twin stick shooter. No, Mercs had buttons. And it was one I just lived on in the arcade and lived on once it came home to Genesis too. And then Genesis added in that quest mode that we didn't get in the arcade, where you actually had not lives, but different characters, each with one of the specific weapons that you get throughout the arcade version. So it's a big cabinet too. Astyanax is Renegade. What is this craziness? Zybots. Victory Road. Ikari Warriors. Wonder Boy Fourth Warrior. What are these variations of Wonder Boy, or are they variations? That's where you got to say, okay, there's 3,000. It's 3,000 listings. How many games are we really talking? But Mario Brothers, Streets of Rage 2. Some of these are consoles, some of them are not. How great was Kid Chameleon? Holy whew. You'll be playing Moon Patrol on the Intellivision Amico. Yeah, if all goes well, we will. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing what they do. I mean, I played the demo a little bit. Man, and Sector X is a good one. We'll look at that real quick until somebody tells me differently. And Sector X was a shmup on the Genesis. And it's one I don't hear people talk about very much, but it's a great game. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, you should have the physical game. Well, I do. In most cases, I do. But, you know, this is just, it's fantastic to have all this stuff in one place. Now, some of the screen tearing you'll see, I gotta wonder just how much of that we would be seeing on original hardware. And I got completely blown away. Not easy to play shmups and look at all my devices here at one time. So great. Killa D and M, I believe is how you say that. Now what's up is we're looking at the Pandora 11. Patrice says gyrus. And nostalgia is here. Okay, well, gyrus. We have a request. And I will not deny you a request. So let's go to gyrus. Again, that's what we're here to do. We're taking requests tonight. What do you want to see on this thing? I showed you some in the review. I can't show you all unless we stream for the next 10 years. No screen tearing on original hardware. Yeah, I don't remember it being like that either. So, gyrus, there it is. Played some gyrus at the expo last year. Had a real nice gyrus cabinet there. A little bit out of my price range. I think they were around $1,200 they wanted for it. But it was in really nice condition. So they had a right to ask that for it. Woo! I will try my best to keep up with the chat here. So if you have a request, shoot it out there. But I mean, this doesn't look bad. Woo! Get on out of there. There we go. Warping it up. Do you have Battletoads? I can't tell if you're being serious or if you're referring to the joke that everybody does in a prank call to GameStop. But I'll assume you're serious, and after we do a little gyrus here, we'll take a look. I may not survive much longer on gyrus. I'm having a time of it here. But Battletoads may be on here. You don't have to make it a formal request just because you said that, but I was talking with Scarlet Sprites the other day, and he's looking for a Battletoads board. And you know, Captain had a Battletoads cabinet not too long ago, but sold it. Apparently just the board goes for, you know, upwards of $500 and a little above, depending on what we're talking about quality-wise. So not a cheap game to have. I mean, I don't have 500 in most of the actual cabinets that I own, let alone just a board for one, so that's just crazy. Neptune. I appreciate everybody joining me here tonight. It's been a minute since we've been on here live. I hope everybody's going to drop a like. And if you have not already done so, subscribe to the Emceemur Show and click the notifications so you're always the first to know when we go live with this action. It's usually every other week that we do a live stream, depending on what we've got, you know, on the books. Not everything is worth going live to take a look at. Some of the stuff, you know, we're doing a lot of uploads here. We're doing one new episode a week, too. But this was something I wanted to do live with you guys and take a look at the offering, as it is a big one, and give everybody a chance to, you know, weigh in. So the Xbox One remake, not so much. Honestly, yeah, I didn't like the look of that. I'm not into the art style. And I realize it's Game Pass, it's free, just like the Streets of Rage, you know, it's whatever, but I'm not that excited about it. Even though I love those games, I just don't really care for what they did with it. I mean, it may be fun, and I will try it, but I'm not tripping over myself to get to it or anything. So that was Gyrus. Let's see what else we got. Asteroids Deluxe. Strategy X. They added that to the Atari Flashback, if I'm not mistaken. The Flashback X was a new game for this year. Yeet the Secret Agent. Time Pilot is what Arcade 1-Up stuck on that Frogger cabinet. I thought that was weird. Gyrus did not work on the Super Retrocade, so I returned it. Interesting. I heard good stuff about the Retrocade things, but I have not tried one yet. Pablo Richard says, does it have Crazy Climber? I'm game. Let's find out. The worst it can say is no. But I find it does not often do that. Crazy. There's a lot of things that say crazy. Crazy Kong. Looks oddly familiar. Crazy Locomotive. Now stop me if one of these actually is that, because sometimes they're called weird things and it's not what they are, but I think you found one it doesn't have. And in the future, we want to see if we can add things to this unit. Now, I'm not there yet, but that's why I wanted to get another one, so we can kind of monkey around with it, and if I blow one up, it's whatever. It was slow and choppy. Yeah, you can't have that on the arcade version of anything. No variation in speed or anything like that, and that's where Arcade 1-Up is messed up in a few places, too. There's been issues with that. You know, Gen X John reviewed the Wallcade of Galaga, and it was super slow. It wasn't right. He timed it against MAME. It was all wrong. A vector game, Asteroids. Well, I'd be shocked and appalled if we didn't see that on here. So we will search and see what all we do get. I mean, because it won't be, we just saw Asteroids Deluxe. I'm sure there's a pretty healthy offering of Asteroids options on here. So, well, okay. We have Asterock, which is obviously Asteroids, and Asteroids Deluxe. And Master of Syugi, which no idea why that showed up. Let's do it. I mean, it doesn't look bad. What? I've enjoyed the arcade 1-up Asteroids machine when I really just bought that to kind of knock around with, and I'm already blown up. Lunar Lander, really fell in love with that. That was not a game that I played back in the day. Asteroids, of course. But Lunar Lander and Major Havoc, no. Never had any experience with those. And just love them. Major Havoc had the coolest looking cabinet. And there I go. I wonder what's the, I guess C probably, morphs. Hyper warp. Yeah, I didn't buy the TMNT 1-up just because I've got that on my 360. I've got that on here now too. And I just don't like those wide decks on those little baby arcade machines. They just don't look that good. That may be a silly thing to not be able to get over. And it says Nickelodeon on the side, which I realize they have the property now, but it's like, I don't want that on it. So anybody that bought one, I totally hear you. It's a cool game, and you do get more than just that game. But I had to pass on that one because I really was planning on getting the Golden Axe one too, and unfortunately, it is also a wide deck. But for Revenge of Death Adder, I would take it. Not the Atari version, but the same game. Yeah, it said it was like in another language, whatever it said at the beginning. I think. Fine partita. Siete tradiesi migliori. What? Huh? What? Okay. Well, that's Asteroids. There's going to be some wackiness on these machines too, and that's kind of part of the fun sometimes is seeing what you get, because not all of it's explainable, but kind of wacky. Let's see what else we got. Space Harrier. I thought we saw that one already. Some of these things got double put on here. Siri always comes on when I say Space Harrier. That's hilarious because Space Harrier, Siri, it's in there. You know, the first time we streamed Space Harrier on the show, my phone was freaking out and I could not figure out what it was doing. It was hearing it. Or Stargate, Defender 2. Let's see if Defender is... Okay, well, let's do it. Well, I'll be dadgummed. It's not. We have Earth Defense Force, which isn't not cool. And Mystic Defender, now, if you haven't played that, great black box Sega Genesis title, but no Defender. Who'd have thunk it? That's a weird one to not have on here. Oaz has joined us. Have fun, dude. You're stopping in before I get some Master System, but I'm so glad you stopped in, sir. That's fantastic of you. And Mega Dan is in the house. Welcome, Dano. Yeah, I mean, the Pandora box is kind of neat, man. And it's a mixed bag. Somebody had to build inside it, so you don't know what they put on there. So, Killer Instinct, I see. Joust, Defender, or Midway, difficult to run. And that's a good point. And that's, people were saying that was why you didn't see NBA Jam. Now, NBA Jam is on the other one. We will do a subsequent live stream to look at the other Pandora, the 9 3D model that we've got. And we can look for all these same ones again and see if our luck's any different. But Killer Instinct. Okay, we'll search for that. Oh, come on. I don't see Killer Instinct. Robotron, that's a good one. Does this have Revenge of Death Adder on it? No, it does not. It does not. It's got every other Golden Axe, but I don't know what is so elusive about that dadgum Death Adder game. It's not on anything. I realize there's ROMs on the computer you could probably play. I don't mess around with any of that. I'm waiting to play that game my way, being the big Golden Axe fan that I am. So I don't know. I'm just being stubborn about it. But yeah, Robotron. We can look for Robotron. There'll definitely be some Robos in here. RoboCop. Nope. Not even a wiggle on Robotron. We got plenty of robots. And you know, let's look. Let's make sure it's not called something else. Robo Wrestling. That immediately looks cool. Look at this RoboCop, dude. I've never played RoboCop 2 in the arcade. That looks nasty. Yeah, all RoboCop. To play Midway games on the RetroArch, you need to load the game and then reset the game. Then it works. Yeah, that's a heartbreaker there that they don't include that. Oh, well. Return. Back to the list. How great was Choplifter? It's the same board as Defender, Joust, so I'm not surprised. Cobra Fighter! Yeah. Yeet the Robot. Cycross. Fantasy Zone. Love me some Fantasy Zone. There's a lot of great console stuff on here too, but there's a lot of fantastic arcade hits that are just like, oh man, really? Is this your first MAME machine? It is. I've not had one of these in the past. And the last one we reviewed, the Pandora 9, it was mostly console stuff. I mean, yeah, there were some arcade games, but it was mostly trying to do console games, and not all of it done well, but still interesting nonetheless to see what it included. What do you think of those people selling the ZX Spectrum next on Indiegogo for $600? Yeah, they can keep it. You're not even talking console money. I don't care what you're talking about. Unless we're talking about PS5s and Xbox Series X. And even that's like, oh, God, $600. But okay. You're basically talking something that's got the beef under the hood of a dadgum PC. I mean, the new Xbox is going to be a monster. May not have any games out for it, but it's going to be a monster. But yeah, no, I'm tired of all this retro nonsense. Retro is deader than people think. All right, it's awesome. It's my favorite. This is me saying this though. All these companies trying to cash in on it. You're too late. You should have been here 10 years ago. You're too late. You're not going to make me buy these games 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I'm done. I'm done doing it. Okay? You can get this dadgum thing and you got all this on here to play. It's more stuff on here than you're ever going to play in your freaking life. If you cared about this stuff to begin with, hopefully you still have some of it. If not, you'd had years to get it, you know. The whole thing didn't blow up till about, 10 years ago. So, yeah, I'm over it, man. Everybody trying to sell everything over and over again. I just saw that Battletoads Collector's Edition with the green cartridge. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And it's like, oh, it's $100. Like, well, what does a boxed real Battletoad go for? $100. So, I mean, what are we doing? I'll just buy the real one. I mean, too much cashing in going on. And again, if you bought that, cool. I'm not dogging you. I mean, it looks cool. I'll give it to you. It's cool. But I'm done. I'm done buying all this stuff over and over again. And while a Spectrum is kind of neat, I mean, that's kind of different. But we've been burned with the VCS thing already. So it's like, oh yeah, no, $600. You're out of your mind. Any Wonder Boy? There actually is plenty of Wonder Boy, and I'll pull that up for you while you're here. Now, I am a huge Wonder Boy fan, as are you. And they pretty much got it all. Monster Land, Monster World, Monster Lair. Let's just see how Wonderland runs on this. I think they're making a new Wonder Boy game. I believe you're right, and they did do that one on PS4. And we're supposedly getting an Alex Kidd Miracle World DX, which looked pretty good from what I saw. And yeet the Lizard Wizard big time. Yeet him right out the front door. Let me know if that sound is too intense. It's coming in awful bright on the board there. And that screen tearing is horrendous. We're going to cut that down just a little bit. Yeah, give me the sword. Yikes. I mean, I guess if this was the only way you had to play this, fine. But that screen tearing is bad. Ah, that's right. The bag of gold's only in the Master System version. That looks like hot farts. I mean, it's here, you know. I mean, great. I can play it, but for those of you that don't know, this is also available in a collection on the Xbox 360, and I don't know if it's still there. That's the thing. A lot of that arcade stuff on the 360 is gone. I'm already dead. Boy, this does not feel right on a stick. Chris Cruz has joined us, and yes, you caught me live, and I'm so glad you did. We're playing the Pandora stick here. Ooh. Why is that anaconda red? What have we stumbled into here? Oh, and there's a heart there I could have got, but it didn't matter because I used my potion, and that's terrible that I've already done that. But we're taking requests, so if there's something that you want to see played on this Pandora 11, we will look at it. So far, it's been a fun night, but not everything we've looked at has been gorgeous. Gotta get the boots, because you gotta be able to jump. Dragon's Trap, excuse me, remake was very nice. They did a phenomenal job on that. Now, the Monster Boy game they made, I didn't like it. I know that's crazy, but I didn't like it. It was way too puzzle heavy. Every screen was some cryptic nonsense you had to deal with, and it was just, I didn't like it. It was tedious. All the cryptic crap you had to do. Oh, I still don't have the money. Get out of here. Look at them skunking me on the money I need. I mean, we can't go on without the shield. I mean, you could. It's just not advisable. Get out of my way. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we probably want that if we're going shopping, because it's going to take a hot, stinky old minute to do it. You get in here and fight the vampire lord. If you don't have the shield, the fireballs are going to hit you. And it's talk like that that'll get you a date. That's why I didn't have any friends in school. Why is it so cool to be a nerd now? If you went to school when I was a kid and said the vampire lord will get you if you don't have a shield, you would not have any friends. And you may not make it out of recess without getting both your eyes dotted. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I got derailed by Avengers just now. Now, what do you mean derailed? Like, you bought it and you don't like it? Or you left the stream to go play it and it was a distraction? Or you'll have to be specific, YP2. I know you did an unboxing on your channel. YP2 unboxed what looked like a collector's edition of the Avengers, and I would like to see that. I was here earlier, I started... Okay, yeah, got you. No, I hear you, man. That it looks fantastic. I'd like to try it, regardless of what the talk was on the demos and whatnot. Heart. Vampire Lord. Eat it, Vampire Lord. Ah, Clang. You get nothing but shield. God, he takes so much hits. In the Master System version, 3 hits, he's dead. 2, I think. Stronger. This is not the same version. It is and it isn't. Definitely microtransactions. I don't hate that if they make sense. Because I like packs and I like pulls. I loved the Mass Effect multiplayer for that reason. I mean, yeah, you could buy the packs, but you could also earn them. Just took a little bit longer. We're going to go in here and see Nurse Hippo. Thanks, Nurse Hippo. Care. She doesn't say care. I mean, it's implied that there would be care. We do not have the boots to handle this part the way God intended it to be handled. Yeah, shoot your arrow, you turd. Get in here and take care of the King Myconid. Yeah, microtransactions has turned into a really dirty word, and it can be one. Specifically, I think I'm referring to what all went on with Battlefront 2 when it came out, and how that just got crucified in the ratings. But it was actually a really good game. I had no problems getting packs. I never spent any money in the game. Never spent any real money. And see, I will when a game is like that. I don't mind spending some money on packs if it's an ethically, set up economy. But never needed to and had fun with it. So I felt that game just did not get... It didn't get a fair shake. So... all I'm saying is microtransactions where Avengers is concerned, that would not be a deal breaker with me personally. I'll definitely try it. How does the arcade stick feel? Better than the gamepad? No. This is a tough go right here. I don't want to play console games with an arcade stick unless it is a console game that we played in the arcade, because then it does feel weird. As you can see, I already lost my regeneration potion. That's not supposed to happen. Not this early. Now, granted, this is much tougher than the Master System version, but still. Now, you want to go in here and fight the skeleton dudes. Master System version, they're knights. You got the helmet. Those little mini-boss guys like that, they're the ones that sometimes you can get a revival potion out of, so it's worth taking a beating. Turd. Body stiffen. It's the wing boots. Oh god, he respawned. We need that gold though. Yeah! The wing boots lost. Where'd they go? Maybe we can get better armor here. Yeah. Never have the money you really need, though. Oh, I'm getting Ronalded. Red Knight's going to take us out. And what is that? What is that little frame there that it skips? This is some junk version of this. This ain't even right. It's curious to look at, though. It's like a buggy version of a game you love, so in that sense, it's still kind of neat to look at. My helmet is broken, and I am dead. You find these platformers more difficult using an arcade stick. A little bit. A little bit. Alright, so back to the menu. Let's keep looking. A little bit more G Fuel in us here. rocket pop is not bad. Get her shook back up there. There we go. Great. Let's keep digging. Yeet the translation for sure. Mercs was so good. I can't resist. I'm playing it. Until you tell me I got to play something different. Yeah, I wonder if Pit Fighter is on here. I bet it's not. I bet it's not. Because I believe that's Midway too. Pit Fighter was so great. It's like they all have that one big screen tear down the middle. If you get past that, I guess it's okay. We complain a lot about screen tearing, but some of the worst screen tearing I've seen is in a game that actually released for the PS4 that we reviewed right here on the show, Valkyrian Arc, a JRPG. It's actually a really good game, but I don't know why it has the worst screen tearing I have ever seen in a game on it. Never heard back from the developers on social media about it. And I hate that, because it's like, okay, I mean, who am I to ask you questions? But I'm the guy that bought your game. That's who, you know? That's who. I've talked to a few developers on there. I was talking to the people that did, what is it, Grip? Grip? It's like a kart racing game, but kind of post-apocalyptic. PS4 game. Looks awesome. The multiplayer is completely broken. You can't matchmake on PC or anything. It does not work. People are playing it. There's Reddit forums full of people that are like, dude, we can't get in. And they're like, yeah, we're going to check with them and we'll get back to you. Never got back to me. It's like, and dude, your game is already in the bargain bin, bro. So it's too late, you know. Get my Contra spread here. Mercs was a triumph. Let's go. Get that hamburger. Because he's got time to stop for a hamburger, you know. I mean, you got a rocket launcher mounted on the side of the Jeep. You're getting it how you live. Oh, we need that mega crash. Oh, those things are homing and they will rip you. Oh my god, they will rip you. We can't go back. Whatever that is, a roast. He has a roast teeth. Dude is having Thanksgiving dinner all night up in here. Can of spinach. Wow. Burger. This is so great. Look at this guy just hanging out down here like he's going to make a difference. Oh, I didn't dodge that quick enough, did I? Got it. And of course you can continue limitlessly on these things, but it's fun to play them and see how many times you got to hit the credit button. That's how many quarters you would use, obviously. And compared to how you did when you were a kid, it seemed like we would spend like $20 trying to take something out like Turtles, you know, and it'd be like, God, dude, $20. And it's like you were okay losing that as a kid when that was no small amount of cash. If you're watching out there, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Also, make sure that you drop a like on this video while you're in here. Third of all, and probably the most important thing, request some games. If we haven't looked at it yet on the show, we'll look at it while we're playing here. I will go back to the search menu. I'm just playing mercs because it gives me the jollies. But if there's something you want me to search for right now, let me know. Warink-a-dink. We haven't even scratched the surface of how many games we know we're going to find on this thing. A can of spinach. A med kit. Oh, but we're going to have to... We're going to play... What was he stuck on? Is he stuck on a box? Oh, unreal. Look at this guy. There was such a huge array of weapons to use in this game. Can you try out Metal Slug? Okay, we got Metal Slug and Battle Zone. Let's do it. In that order. Now, I know Metal Slug is on here and a host of other Metal Slugs. We got a whole wet porch in the summer full of slugs going on here. Yep, see? Whoa, hey, hey, hey. Metal Slug 2. Metal Slug X. Let's just slug it up. And then we'll look at Battle Zone. Press button A to fire the gun. Yeah, we get it. Let's do it. I don't have a lot of history with the Metal Slug games, and yet I've got access to so many of them. And it's such a gorgeous game. So animated. I've got SNK collections all over the place. And it's like, I just don't play nearly enough of this stuff. Do you rescue this dude? Or, yeah, there you go. Shoot him. Oh, that's nice. A fish. Whoa. Roaming Dan wants to know if we did Baseball Stars 2 yet. And no, we did not. But I will add that to the list if you like. Welcome, Roaming Dan. I got one of the Metal Slug games for the Wii, and I love that. Yeah, I've got the SNK collection on the Wii. Speaking of both of those games, a teddy bear, Metal Slug, and Baseball Stars, and a whole host of other stuff, too. Waronka! Yeah, we'll continue. I'm not done looking yet. And correct me if I'm wrong, a roast turkey. I don't see a lot of screen tearing here. I mean, this looks pretty good. And speaking of the, Neo stuff, I played some Samurai Showdown a little earlier, and it looked good. A fish. I'm gonna get my fish wish. Eat it. Aww. You hooked up your Wii U? That's fantastic. We've actually been playing a lot of it ourselves here, believe it or not. My son, ever since he was born, has been enthralled by my Skylanders figures on the wall. I mean, he's 4 now. I always let him play with him, but I didn't really... He wasn't ready to mess with that hardware, and definitely wasn't ready for me to hand him my Wii pad. But the other night, I finally came clean to my son that Skylanders is a game. And he is just in 7th heaven. Now that all his little figures will come alive in a Wii U game, which he loves. He absolutely loves the Wii U. He plays it more than I do, because it's just got games on it that he likes. And I mean, the Wii is... Everything Nintendo is still very much a family system. It was our family system. Our Wii U was a family system. And the Switch only isn't because it's just, it's portable. It's how it is. We each have our own Switches, so everybody goes in a corner and does their own thing with it. But yeah, he's having a big time with it. Because I still got all my Skylanders. I mean, we fought hard to get those back in the day. There were even a group of people I used to have to race against the clock and against time in the yard sale circuit out there. They were actually actively after Skylanders and games. But if you wanted to pick any of that stuff up at yard sales, these people, they were two old hags. They were scary looking. It's like, why did they want them? I think they were flippers or flea marketers. But, God, they looked like the evil witches, like out of Witcher. Like they were cooking the people in the stew and eating the babies. That's what they looked like. They were scary old hags. You got any Skylanders? Get out of here with it. What do you want a Skylander for? You're 100 years old. You're 103 years old. I have no earthly idea how to get that teddy bear, so he's going to hang out. But yeah, we bought a lot of Skylanders. We bailed when everyone else did, though. After Trap Team, and even really during Trap Team, it was over. And I got an episode probably coming up about that too, because really seeing my son enjoy the game has really made me want to do a retrospective on it from our perspective, because between hunting the stuff for the games and just playing the games, it has quite a rich history with us. People think of it now as like some novelty, and it's a 10-cent game, and it's a throwaway pretty much, you know, like a Guitar Hero game. And they're not necessarily wrong, but in a way you are, because the game, at least the first two, were actually really good. Really good. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You can wait for the retrospective. Really cool things coming up on the Emceemur show. Again, I hope everybody is subscribed and ready for more of it. I've got big plans for the rest of this year, and it's amazing to me, despite how crazy this year's been, how fast the time is going. God, it's going to be October in 5 minutes. As fast as August went, September ain't going to be nothing. Any intention on doing another vid in the series? You mean Wii U Evolution? Yeah, that's not over. I do have one more to do on that, and it's not going to be the last one. It's just one more like on deck. There's definitely other stuff I can and will do with that series. It's just been hard for me to keep up between my game hunting series, reviews, my God. You know, and we're doing one episode a week, which unfortunately, my busy schedule, I'm a dad first. That's all I've been able to put out, you know, and have it be the quality I want it to be and the quality you deserve, so. But hang with me, there is more coming. Definitely. One more life, and then we're going for Battle Zone. Look at this dude. How animated is this? It's my fault for never really spending time with Metal Slug. I know it's great. Alright, so back to the menus. We got a good look at that. I never did sell any Wii U games except for, I think I sold Mario Kart when we got it on the Switch, which now I kind of wish I hadn't, but it's like, really though, what are you going to do with it? I mean, I'm not going for a complete collection, really. And then again, I'm not though. I mean, come on, you're not going to buy all them Just Dance games and all that. Alright, so Battle Zone is what was next. Y'all try to help keep me abreast of what we're doing here. Battle Zone, and then you want to see Baseball Stars, right? Correct me if I miss one if you're in the chat and you made a request. Ninja Baseball Batman. Ninja Baseball Batman. Not seeing Battle Zone. I like Battle Zone. Not seeing it. Yeah, we're going to add more games to the collection. We definitely are. We're just going to do it on our terms. You know, I'm not doing any eBay buying. I'm really just raiding the GameStops when they have them, you know. And now since the, you know, since 2020 kicked into high gear. I haven't been doing too much shopping, but you'll find those at yard sales too, and they're usually pretty cheap. If you remember in my flea market episode a few episodes back, I found that Tekken Tag and something else for like $5. So $5 and under for complete Wii U games, I'll do that all day. But some of them still command a high price if there's something that has not been ported over, and in some cases even if it has. I will put in for baseball stars, but I didn't see anything like that either. Oh, excuse me, it's here. Pardon the poop fire out of me. See if Phelios is there as well. Well, I can't say I would hate that. Big Phelios fan here. Used to rent that all the time. And I actually, you know what? I do not have a hard copy of Phelios. I had a guy wanting to sell me one, and it was just too much. And I was just like... I mean, he was really close to retail, and I was like, nah, I can't do it. Swing bat. Stolen base. Play ball. Oh, that's too soon. Let me get my legs here. Strike. Waronka. Foul. So animated. It's just gorgeous. Ah. And he's out. There aren't a lot of Wii U games left to port, are there? No, they're not. That's why they're porting Wii games now. Nintendo ain't got nothing, I'm here to tell you. I don't mean to talk bad about them because I get excited about every little thing they do too, just like everybody. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to, they're doing like I was saying these other companies are doing earlier on. They're trying to sell us our games again for lack of anything else to do. And ain't nobody got time for that. You might think you do. I'm just now popping in Tsushima, for God's sake. Finished Last of Us 2. We got a new Black Ops here in a couple months, so expect a little bit of content from me on that because you know I'm never quiet on Call of Duty when it comes out. Huge Call of Duty fan. Getting back into Modern Warfare again too. We've got, and I know Dan's excited for this one. Probably both Dan's in here. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be off the hook. Absolutely off the hook. And we've got all that in the wake of knowing that we've got new consoles coming out to play those on, and God knows how good they're going to look. So it's like, Nintendo, are you even in this? Are you in a they're just their own thing, man, and everything they do is within their own little zone, and it's cool to the fanboys and fangirls, and cool, man. It's cool to me too. But at the end of the day, what's really going on in gaming is probably not what's going on that console. Again, the announcements today, hey, buy all these 3D Marios again. I'm not sure I want to, man. I'm not sure I want to. I have those games. And I don't need to, I'm done with them. You know, I don't need to play them again. I know that's just me. I know a lot of Switch owners are probably like, oh, I've never played Mario Sunshine. Okay, well, I mean, that's great that you're going to get to. I'm happy for you. And, you know, go get it. But I don't want to drop $60 on it. That's just where I'm at with it. Get out there. Well, they scored on us. You know, Miss Emily makes a great point. 15 likes, 18 watching, hit that like. Can't thank you enough if you do, too. And yes, Valhalla is going to be nasty. Oh, wait, Galaxy. I played Galaxy, and it gave me motion sickness. You know, that's a problem with a lot of those games when the graphics weren't real high def yet. They can do that to you. I used to get so sick playing James Bond and Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. I would get so sick, and I thought maybe I was partying a little too hard, you know. But come to find out, no, it was vertigo, yo. That's what it was. Some horrible polygonal graphics against... I mean, God bless the N64. I'm not trying to dog it. It was the state of the art at that time, but... yeah, it will. Games like that, when they're not real polished, they will make you nauseous. Some people are more sensitive to that than others, too, and I am definitely sensitive to it. I'm someone that gets car sick. I can't even play split-screen Minecraft with my daughter like she likes to play with me, because one screen doing this and the other doing that, I get sick as a dog. definitely get it. Get it if no other reason that they're creating a false rarity on it. So it's probably it's gonna hold its value if nothing else. And to give Nintendo credit, I like what they did with the Super Mario Brothers version of Tetris 99 that they showed, and that we're getting All-Stars, regular All-Stars, on the online service, something we have on all our Switches here, and something I am a huge supporter of. You know, people complained about that when it came out, like it wasn't enough, and it's like, yeah, it kind of is. God, we complain when we want to, don't we? I try to tell everybody that Evercade wasn't worth the money. Oh, yeah, it is, and now it ain't, bro. These same people complained about Nintendo Online. It's 100 daggum games right there for $20. You get it all year. 20 a year ain't bad. So I don't know, man. People just they just a lot of times people just repeat what they hear. These influencers, man. If they say something's bad, it's bad. If they say it's good, it's good. That's why they're called influencers. But you don't have to necessarily think that way. Just be logical. That's all I ask of anybody. Hell, I can be wrong too. But I can always be logical. And that's just one of those things where, you know, circling back to what we talked about, these guys selling us all these different ways to play these games, that's enough. And if you want to collect something, collect the real stuff. Because, yeah, okay, you can't buy Little Samson probably and pay cash for it, but God, I cannot get videos done fast enough of the stuff that I'm picking up hunting. Can't. Even the way this year's gone. I'm trying to read the chat here and I'm getting bazoofed. And then all that flipping upside down. Yeah. What about the Game & Watch? Yeah, now that's weird too, because it's like it's a Game & Watch. It's not supposed to do that. Now that said, didn't hate it. I think that's pretty cool. Will I buy one? Maybe. I'm not going to trip over myself to go get one. I know it's going to be an eBay special. People are going to scalp that thing, but yeah, a limited release. See, I'm really, they're in my doghouse on that. Creating faux rarity on a first-party title. What is this guy doing? And I meant to throw that to third, but it didn't happen. Out. Ooh, I thought that was gone. We'll do one more side here and then we'll check something else out. I want to check and see if Pit Fighter's on here. I bet it's not, though. Talk about another game I want to do a retrospective on. Time Up. So yeah, you only got to play this so long. A lot of games did that back in the day. Well, Rack-a-da-book! That's out. That's gone. That's into the parking deck. It probably will be scalped. And there's probably a market to scalp it, you know. That was the argument I was making with some of the people in the Evercade arguments I was making. I hate to keep bringing that up, but one guy was like, who owns a Switch? 60 million people, I think, by the numbers. A lot of tech people. So circling back to the Mario situation, we're talking about that being a limited release of a Mario game. Good Lord, they're going to be clawing each other's eyes out at the Best Buys. It's going to be a Grand Theft Auto Vice City launch night all over again. People died on that night, and I don't mean in the game. Oh, come on. I hit that. I got an Amazon pre-order. There you go. You know, I might do that too because they don't charge you until they ship it. Best Buy charges you, then they put the money back in your account, then they charge you again, then they take it back out, then they charge you again, then they take it back out. Then 8 years from now when it finally ships, they charge you again. By then you've bounced your checkbook 5 times. All right, so here we go. Back to the screen. But then again, I still get my discounts with Best Buy, and I don't know why because I'm not supposed to get it. So, shh, don't tell them. What else is on here? We said we were going to look for Pit Fighter. I'm making a request. I'm putting in a request on my own request show. Get out of here. It's not on here. It's on here. Get out. Get out. It's time for Pit Fighter. What? Alright. Let's finish off this G Fuel. We're going to need it because this is going to get nasty. Who played Pit Fighter in the arcade? Tell me. If you're watching this on a recap later on, tell me in the comments. Pit Fighter. Who played Pit Fighter? This guy right here. Wore it out, buddy. Wore it out. Oh, big! Yeah. You'll die. Oh, get him. Get him. Whoa, Rabbit-a-Duke! To see this for the first time in the arcade was like, look at this, because it was really the guy. It was like it was a photo. I know that Roaming Dan is looking forward to that game, Ashcan. I'm not going to say that I'm not. It sounds really cool. I am not the Suikoden fan that he is, and that's only because I've not spent time with the series like he has. I've had a lot of Suikoden games come through, and then always at a time when I didn't have time to get into them. They're worth what they're worth, and shame on me, I've sold them. And Suikoden had a tactics game too, which that's my weak spot. You know, I love those. Oh, come on. We're not going out like that with the Executioner, right? Oh, boom! Sony creates a pre-order lottery. Yeah, I mean, stop. What is wrong with these people? And it may be because they know they're only going to have so many, so they want you to really want it. Production may be slowed, you know. I don't know what these hardware manufacturers are really going to be up against. You're going to eat it, Southside Jim. How good does this look? This looks really good on here. No way, Jim. Oh, he got the box. What a... No, you're not getting 2 boxes, Jim. He got 2. I have to admit, I did not sign up for the lottery. I seem to just go kicking and screaming into the new systems, but I wasn't ready for PS4 and Xbox One when it came out. You know, I played Ghosts and Madden that year on the 360 and wasn't, you know, didn't suffer for it. And you almost got to wonder what kind of growing pains we're going to suffer year one on those consoles, because they're really doing some heavy-duty hardware there. Oh, look at the guy in the audience coming out here. See a Southside throwing them kicks in there. Nasty. Woo! Awesomely done. Yeah! Kato is useless in this. He just, I mean, and I'll beat him just because I want to see him on here again, but if you really want to beat the game, it's Ty. If you want some style points, be Buzz. I love the way Buzz's combos look. But Kato is just like, he can't hang. Ooh, axe kick to the Peter bag. Awesomely done. Oh, of course he's on a forklift. Yeah, this was my jam in the arcade, dude. Pit Fighter, get out of my way. I'm playing some Pit Fighter. Oh, she's got the shuriken. Now I have the shuriken in my eye. She's gonna get the power pill. Nope, not before I get it. I'm hulking up. Nope. love the music. And you know, while the Super Nintendo port of this was god awful, the Genesis one was not. It was actually really good. Everything was just smaller, you know, to scale, but it still looked good. Where is she hiding these shurikens? Oh, right when she gets up, she gets one. Oh! What year was it you were playing Pit Fighter in the arcade? Adidas had a lottery for Terry Fox sneakers in Canada. It would have had to have been early 90s. My time in the arcade probably stretched between, I don't know, 86 to around probably 93 or 94, because after that you stopped going, because it was the beginning of the end on the arcades. You stopped having to go because we had games at home that were good. You still went, just not as much. But yeah, I'm going to say probably 91 or 92. When was Pit Fighter? I can't remember. Okay, so we're going to give Kano a try. Kato, whatever his name is. Oh, come on, Kato. Look at him just getting stomped. He's just not good. And he tries to do this little hammer blow spin, and it leaves him vulnerable, and he always gets hit. I just remember seeing this game for the first time in the arcade and going, oh my god, look at the size of the dudes, you know, and it looks real. And there was blood and knives. So I would like to have a Pit Fighter cabinet. Look at Kato. He's already out. What a punk. No, I didn't want to. Oh, I got stuck with him again. No. Pit Fighter arcade game was released in 90. So yeah, I'm going to say probably 91 or 92. Probably around 91. But after that too. I know that as soon as Street Fighter became a thing, that was it for a while. And that's all anybody wanted to play. And then Mortal Kombat showed up, but even I still stayed on Street Fighter after that. Oh, don't be so BA, Kato. You're not the best. You're not the best. Oh, a purple Kato. Look, he can't even beat himself. He's so bad. You loser. Chain Man Eddie. Eddie's going to make quick work. Oh! No, I got out of the way of that. Oh, he can't. He's trying to pick him up, and he can't. Alright, so we're going to bring Ty in for one more last hurrah. Oh, we got to get that power pill. If he picks that up... Oh, God, he broke it on me while I'm dead. I wonder who the actor was that played Chain Man Eddie. And where is he today? Try to keep him at bay with projectiles here, because my God, he's still hulked up. Imagine going toe-to-toe with this dude. I've heard Mortal Kombat 1 doesn't work very well on Pandora. Well, that's a good idea. Let's take a look at that one next. Because you're not the first person to say that. We've had people in the comments on the actual review ask how it ran. Let's look. I don't know what it is about Midway that gives these things such a problem, but let's look up Mortal Kombat. I've played some Mortal Kombat today on PS3. There was an actual reason for that too. We won't go into that now. Search. Mortal Kombat. What was that? Mortal Kombat 3D. Mortal Kombat 2. Trilogy. 4. They're out of their mind. Let's do it. Probably flipping burgers at McDonald's. I don't know. He might have done all right. He may still be getting some pit fighter royalty checks. He's up on a forklift somewhere going, "I'm big." Chain Man Eddie don't play. No, this does not look good, folks. Oh God, no, this is horrid. Oh my God, oh my seizure patrol. What is this? I can't even do anything. This looks hilarious. Yeah, Liu Kang wins. Alright, well, that was the quickest game of Mortal Kombat ever played. It's robot dancing, straight up. Well, shoot me some more. Shoot me some more requests. We're still going here. Got us a nice little crowd tonight. Thank you all once again for joining us on TNL. Great to have each and every one of you out here today, this evening, tonight, whatever you want to call it. Man, when the first time I saw Punch-Out in the arcade, yeah, I had seen Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, okay? I mean, Punch-Out was not a common arcade game where I was or anywhere I went. So the first time I saw it, and the guys were bigger, and Mac was big, and you could see through them with that grid pattern and everything. It was like, man, what is this? Why is this so amazing? Bear Hugger! But this is super. So let's do that. Oh. Not doing real well against Bear Hugger. What is the other button? I'm fighting with one hand here. Oh, Phelios. You're right, Phelios. I wasted a rental when I was a kid on Pit Fighter. Yeah, why was it so bad? I don't know. Genesis, in many cases, did what Nintendo didn't. I hate to say it, but it's true. Tilted T is here. Welcome, Tilt. A racing game we will do. So we got Phelios, Gauntlet, and a racing game. Gotcha. Phelios. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said you got to remind me. I'm all over the place here. My senses are overwhelmed. No Phelios. I'm surprised. Phelios did appear on the Evercade Namco collection, which I'll give them a little credit for having the foresight to add that, but At Games already did. So to me, they just took the same license, the same games, put it on a cart, and made you buy it separately. So not that impressive. Now, they did add battle cars to that second Namco collection, so that is impressive. But why are there two collections? And they're out of stock half the time. I can't even get them. Put them on the same thing, all right? We're not going to do this thing where you might as well just have us buy each game separately and just go all in if you want to do this like that. Gauntlet. Yeah, we'll look at Gauntlet. And if I recall, I don't know if Gauntlet is on here either. I think Gauntlet 4 was on here, which was Tengen, and it was on the Genesis. Yep, Gauntlet 4. Which, if you like, we'll look at Gauntlet 4. Gauntlet has a Slayer edition on the PS4. Speaking of Gauntlet and 4s, if you haven't played, really cool game. I'm sure it's still on PSN. It was free to play on PS Plus at one point. But it's not an expensive game. It's under $20. And it's a current gen Gauntlet. Still what you think it is. It's still Gauntlet, but it's a really cool game. We streamed it a long time ago. I'm going through some of my old streams and deleting, dead content on the channel. But I am seeing some good times that we've had, and it makes me think of, I haven't played that in a hot, smelly old minute. So, Tilting T, I appreciate that. And we do need to look at a racing game. You mentioned Outrun, and if there's not Outrun, we'll look at something, but press the C button. I did. I'm just giving myself health now. Alright, here we go. Red Warrior shot the food. Oh. Screen tearing on the bottom, but other than that, it doesn't look bad. Save keys to open doors. Don't mind if I do. Player loses 16 health. Well, that's okay, because we'll just put in more quarters. Gotta get rid of these bones. Ham. You know we're opening that door, right? No notification. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Off-road was awesome. Anywhere you wanted to get some off-road, buddy. The horde of ghosts. And look at me shooting the wrong way. What a boob. Like that's gonna get it. Exit to 8. Might as well try Marvel Capcom as well. Yeah, it's not going to hurt anything, is it? Chickens. Sorcerers. Oh my god, demons. Get off me. Get a roast chicken. Get a potion. Save potions for later use. A roast turkey. I got a frozen turkey breast I need to cook. That reminds me. Warrior now has limited invisibility. Ah, look at them. They're all confused. They have no idea where they're going. CM Retro's here. Welcome, CM. CM Retro. Modern games and retro games. So great. So modern. So retro. Alright, so we want off-road, we want a racing game, we want Marvel Capcom. Ah! Let's go look. Because the night's not exactly young and we want to get to all these requests. Oh, Heavy. That's not Heavy Nova. What is that? Heavy Nova was a robot game. Outrun is so great. One of the greatest soundtracks, too. When we see Punch Out, we see variations of Punch Out. We don't see Outrun. Pole Position, maybe? I think I searched for that, though, and it wasn't here. No, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm in for that. Maybe a little further back in history than we wanted to go, but here we go. That's brake. Okay, that's the shifter. I was gonna say, where's my shifter? Oh God. Come on now. God, this stick is so touchy. Touchy McFeely. Can you set the right stick to be the shifter? I have no idea. Probably not, I would imagine. You can, I think you can map the buttons any way you want in the options. I don't know anything about actually being able to map a stick, though. Oh my God, the stick is so touchy. Well, poop on a bun. I didn't do very good on that. Have you showcased more recent games yet tonight to show how they play? Be more specific what you mean by recent. Because, yeah, I mean, there was like Xbox One stuff on that other Pandora, but this one's pretty much just arcade stuff. And I'm going to check off-road for you. We'll see if that's here. And Marvel Capcom. I wonder if Xenon is on here. No, it doesn't look like we've got off-road. Huh. Bummer. I like me some off-road and some super off-road. I'm here to tell you what. I'm pretty sure Marvel was on here, wasn't it? Yeah, Marvel. Oh, come on. Marvel versus Capcom Clash. That's what we got. Can you hack this thing? Yes. I mean, they essentially hack it when they put it together. They put the build on here when you buy it. Ivan Iron Man Stewart's off-road. You're right. It may be under that. And we will look again after this just to make sure. You are right. Mega Man. Roo! Warragadadook. I think this is on the new 1-up that they're putting out. But they did some overlap with the Marvel cabinet that I currently have, so can't say I would want to be in that $500 at all. It looks nice, though, for anybody that hasn't bought one of the Marvel cabinets yet. I think it's pretty cool looking. And out of the issues we have had with some 1-ups, did not have any with the Marvel. There was a little bit more attention to detail paid there for the amenities that it had. Oh, come on, Mega Man. We're not going out like that. Nice combo. Lots of King of Fighters, and yeah, that's mostly King of Fighters' fault. They've put out more King of Fighters than Madden, so I've never understood why they did that. I know it has a cult following, but... And they're not bad games. They're very animated. They're very fun. But man, there's so many of them. Yeet the Hulk. Venom. Why is Venom and Mega Man grappling it out? Oh. Goodness gracious. The Hulk. My son loves playing Marvel superheroes because he's a big Hulk fan, and he loves seeing how big he is on the screen, and it just makes him laugh and laugh. Even though most of the time he's getting his butt whooped, he likes seeing Hulk get his butt whooped. It's nice to see the kids get into something that's a property of some kind, because kids just don't have the toys today like we had growing up. Yeah, true, Captain. I just always yearn for my comfort zone, which is Street Fighter, and that's just me. But they do look cool. Now, we said we would look for Ivan Iron Man Stewart, just in case. But if anything, they're shorthanding their names here, so yeah. Not surprised that's not there. Dang, my phone died. What else are we looking at next? There was something else we had to look at next. Look back in the chat here. No, we looked for off-road. We didn't see that. We saw pole position. Lots of King of Fighters. We looked at Marvel. Did you play Jackie Chan yet? Marvel Ultimate all once on the Switch. Alliance on the Switch has Hulk as a playable character. I'll see if Jackie Chan's on here. He may be. Oh, there he is. Oh my god, what was that? There he is. Yeet! We are about out of time for this stream. I went a little over this time because we had a lot to look at. So we will look at this one. Play part 2. Okay, we can switch to part 2. But we do need to bring it on home. And this won't be the last one of these we do. Because honestly, I think these are interesting. I think y'all think it's interesting. And I like the interaction that we have here on the stream. You call the shots. You tell me what to play. It's just fun. Fists of Fire. Kaneko. Well, by all means, we'll be Jackie, right? That's why we're here. She looks like she means business. Oh my. This looks legit. I remember you telling me about it. Or asking me if it was on here or something. Jackie. What's that thumb? What's he gonna do with that? Oh, you can get her while she's down. That's cool. Hit the mat. I'm guessing that max may have something to do with either the damage she's dealing or a special move that I am failing to perform. It does. You got that pit fighter real photo realism going on, which is funny because I don't even prefer it in Mortal Kombat versus what Street Fighter looks like, but Pit Fighter was just so brutal with the weapons and just... Something about it just really appealed to me because it was a beat 'em up. It wasn't necessarily, but it was a mano kind of thing. So I think she's dead. Special move. Look at this guy. Is that dog the bounty hunter after he got bit by a zombie? He's got that little funny nut kick he does. What is that? Woo. Oh, Jackie's glitching out on us there. What are you doing, Jack? Have a seat, Jack. Yes, WrestleFest is on here. And Ghouls and Ghosts is on here. Ghosts and Goblins. I think it is the Genesis version, but the arcade one might be on here too. I do remember seeing the Genesis version though. And which, you know, nothing wrong with that. I love that. But... like I said, this will not be the last one of these. We will need to do a live stream on the 9 3D and tour it as well. And look at that. Look at this move we're doing. He's slapping his... well, yeah. Attaboy Jackie. But yeah, we'll have to do that. And we can come back to this one too. And do another one of these and look at some stuff that we did not see. His movements are hysterical because it's like not natural. I mean, who would attack somebody like this? Just punch him in the face, dude. I have an old book on karate, kata, and applications, and it's like, yeah, I couldn't see doing most of these maneuvers in a fight, my dude. But I think we just don't fight like that anymore in this day and age. We shoot in, we go to the ground. We do what we do. Yeah, you eat the dog bounty hunter, dude. Taking a dude for a milkshake instead of arresting him. Yeah, this is a real show. Anyway, hey, you know what? We're out of time for tonight. We went a little bit over. But it was great. It was great. I got to say, it was great. Because I saw some things on here I hadn't seen yet. You were here to see them with me. You were here to make requests. We saw some of what you wanted to see. That's what this is all about. I'm going to tell you right now, anybody that's still watching this and anybody that's going to be watching this later on in subsequent recaps of this, well, I hope that you're going to drop a like on this. I hope that you did like what you saw. Hope you're going to leave me in the comment section something about what you saw here today because you know that I love discussing all these arcade games with you. Let me know what you liked about it. Let me know what the arcade games are that you like. Let me know what you played in the arcade when you went to the arcades. Did you go to the arcade with your friend? What did you enjoy when you played the games in the arcade with your friend? I want to hear all about it. Let's get a conversation going. Let's keep the action going in the comment section of this video. You know that I love networking with you. with you, talking with the community, all the great things that we do right here on this platform. Fantastic stuff. If you're not already subscribed to the Emceemur, you got to make sure that you subscribe to the Emceemur show, be a part of Mur-Nation, because we're rising up all the fantastic things we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of Mur-Nation, that you smack that notification bell. You always have to get those notifications. Well, and Captain will tell you, you don't always get them. But we hope that you're going to get those notifications so that you know when we go live and you can join us for these fantastic things, as well as the fantastic uploads that we have coming your way every week. Fridays at 9 o'clock, new episodes. So much stuff coming your way. I can't even begin to tell you about it on the air, even as fast as I'm talking. There's just not enough time in a day to convey all that fantastic action we have coming for you on the Emceemur show. Thank you again, everybody who attended tonight and everybody that will tune in later. All of you, Emceemur, signing off, and I will see you on the next one.